October 11th. Hope you guys are doing great. I would like to show you dutchsinse channel on YouTube. He's touching on directed energy weapons. The New Madrid fault is actually shifting right now because of earthquakes, due to possibly of many things, but one of them is directed energy weapons causing. Right here, you can see the line. Here you'll see this is College of DuPage. This is a site I found from dutchsinse. I watched his video and I saw him using it. It's a great site to check out. You're going to see little white lines shooting across here. Actually, they're gigantic. They're miles and miles and miles long, but they're using them to influence and manipulate weather. Right there, you just saw one. So watch this. Whoop. 68, 69, where are we at? 69. From here to here. Now, that's almost as long as the Hawaiian Island chain. So it's a long area. So these can be satellite based, they can be plane based, they can be based off of the X20, what is X32? There's a solar powered or nuclear powered, I'm not sure what it is actually, but it's a remote controlled vehicle NASA has in the air that stays up in the skies year round pretty much. So it could be that thing shooting them. It could be classified things that we have no idea. I mean, it is most likely classified because they're not telling you what they're doing unless you actually dig and look for it. So a lot of it's classified. But if you go to like geoengineeringwatch.org, they pull up the documents for you from the government explaining that they're modifying the weather. So this is happening. Whether that's what this is and it's not a satellite glitch, I'll let some experts decide that, but I'm seeing a pattern all around the world. It's been happening. Wherever storms are, you see this, and then the storm will get more intense, or it'll move. You also see them here in the New Madrid fault line in the United States. We started getting a bunch of hot spots flaring up. So, and then the plate started shifting. So this happened in Fukushima in 2011. I don't know if anyone was paying attention back then. I mean, I know plenty of people were, but any of you guys on my channel or anyone's watching this in the future, if you were paying attention back then, the Rothschild family apparently, hold on, was it 69? What happened? Well, it moved up a little bit. They updated it, so it's there. It is. The story goes that the Rothschilds and the Satanist deep state, out of balance egos, whatever you want to call them, were making Japan, you know, they're pretty much saying do what we tell you or else, and then Japan refused, and they created an earthquake underneath Fukushima, which cracked the reactor, and you know has been leaking. I believe it's still leaking to this day. At least I haven't heard it publicly announced that they stopped it. They know how to stop it because I know how to stop it. There's plenty of people who know how to stop it. If you want to, here's a quick hint: with nuclear radiation, you have atoms, uranium or plutonium or any other that are very heavy elements. They enrich them, they charge them up, getting vibrating so fast that they literally are erupting energy at all times. Just they call it decay, but it's releasing radiation, but it's heat. And they use that to heat water to create steam. I know, completely ridiculous, and I don't know how so many brilliant nuclear scientists out there think that that's the best way to do things, but I guess if you're that connected, you have that much skin and time in the game. You know, you went to school for nuclear physics, and it's 7-10 years, whatever they do, and they're really dedicating their lives to it. They don't want to see outside of that box. They want to keep pushing that because it takes more energy to learn something new. Long story short, nuclear fuel and the way we're doing things with fission is completely unpractical and completely opposite of harmony. There are much better ways to transfer energy from the atmosphere, the ether that we live in, to a device that we want to use. Much, much, much easier and better ways. That being said, when they cracked the containment area of that reactor, it started overheating, and they had to flood it with seawater. And then they stocked the seawater up on the shore. Then the waves come and wash the bags into the ocean. We get nuclear radiation in the ocean. Not to mention it was leaking there anyway. So it was a catastrophic event that's been poisoning our oceans, still to this day is, and you can solve it with lightning. So if you have nuclear rods, fuel rods, they're slowly releasing energy. It's atoms vibrating very fast, but they're bound together very tightly so that they release slowly. Well, if you understand electricity, well, dielectricity really, electricity and magnetism, you understand that you can speed that process up. You can use high voltage lightning and zap that to transfer that energy faster. A few lightning strikes will deactivate a nuclear fuel rod. Now, there's ways to be careful. You don't want to ignite it and blow up a big chunk of the earth. But there are ways to do that safely. Much safer than storing them in Yucca Mountain for generations, because that's just not helpful for anybody except for those who want to make money off of the problem they created. So they did this. I would say they, but the out of balance egos, Rothschild family, Rockefellers, the people who run the Vatican, names that we don't even know about publicly, but I mean, we know about them, but we don't talk about them. There's a lot of people out there that would like to keep power, and they're losing it right now. So they're using this technology, and they've been using it even when they were in more power than they are now, to maintain, create Hurricane Katrina, in my opinion, was absolutely manipulated by man, by out of balance ego, more appropriately, to cause problems in that part of the world and really hit people. And that's what it's about for them. They want to make us suffer so they can milk off the energy from us, as well as money and everything else. They create a problem, then create a solution that fits their narrative. And we've been seeing this I've seen this all throughout history through many cycles, and everyone else that remembers that has seen it too. So it's the same old tricks that they've been doing, and it works if you're unaware, if you're asleep, but as soon as you're aware, that's it. They can't do it. So we are seeing actual weather manipulation here. You're going to see another one over here. Actually, it should be right there down to here. You'll see one here any minute now. Right there. And then one over here. It's going slower than usual at the moment. And when you heat up a certain area, this was being utilized over here too with the hurricane Delta that just came through. Nope, there it is right there. Right there. So my opinion, I'm no professional at science at satellite glitches and certain things, remnants of a satellite glitch. I don't believe that that's what this is. This, to me, the way they've been happening around the world, I've been watching, dutchsinse has been watching, a lot of other people have been watching. We are seeing these happen, and then things, there's a reaction to it. So it's not just a glitch. I mean, a glitch does not cause the 1100 degree peaks in the New Madrid Fault, thousands of them, and then all of a sudden earthquakes happen. Or a glitch will not make these beams hit right where the California fires are, and then the fires get more intense. So, or right where a storm is going, or they don't want a storm, and then the storm gets intense or moves. So, yeah, if it was a glitch, that would be one thing, nothing would happen because of it. But when you're seeing this happen, then you're seeing results of what would happen if you fired an intensely hot laser into the atmosphere or into the crust of the earth. I don't believe in coincidence. I know everything happens for a reason, and I know that these beams, what we're seeing, are actually causing an effect on the ground and in the air. So I'm very, very confident saying that's not a satellite glitch. But you can see them all over the world. Let's go to continental section Actually, we'll see it closer up in the continental section, see if it pops up over here. So we're looking right in this area here for it. I don't know why it's going so slow. On a good note, we have a lot more people waking up, figuring out what's going on, paying attention to the physics behind it and why it happens. And as we do that, our consciousness is growing. We're being more aware. Now we can shine love and our positive energy. So you're in control of all this weather. Everything going on here, we're manifesting this right now. So by thinking and feeling and living positive and healthy and in harmony, you can help the weather, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, all of it. If you're stressed and angry and violent and fighting with each other, you're going to make it more intense out here. So as the planet heals, as consciousness heals, the planet is going to get calmer. And we're seeing that as we speak. Maybe that's why they're using artificial technology like lasers to encourage things to happen. Now, I didn't see it on this feed here, so I'm wondering why we're not seeing it on this one. But I saw it on 2 other ones, so it's in the same spot. So let's see. I don't know. I didn't see it there. And like I said, can some of these be glitches in the satellite? Sure. I'm no satellite expert by any means, but when I see one and then I see a reaction on the ground or in the sky from it over and over again, those are not glitches. So the other day, we were seeing them all in New Madrid fault line. A lot of them. I actually seen some down here too. That's why I'm looking at this one right now. See if there's any more happening. But I mean, the hurricane already moved out of here, so there's no reason to keep heating up the area unless you're building another storm. But that would happen far out to sea, which it is actually happening out to sea, and I'll show you that next. Let's go back to regional. Continental. Let's go global. Let's go right here. Whoop, right there. That was quick. So right there. Now let's watch that area, see what kind of change we see. I see more growth happening. Again, it's warm water. Doesn't mean that was what caused it, but if you want to isolate it and prevent the miscommunication or misinterpretation of a glitch versus an actual laser beam, you'd like to follow up and see what happens afterwards so you can verify whether it was an actual weapon or it was a satellite glitch. And like I said earlier with dutchsinse's video, he shows actual fires on the ground. Now, we'll go to that next. That happen after the lasers go off. So let's go to continental sector. Let's go to regional sector. This area. This is where we're going to see the hot flares. It'll be right in this area here. You get a lot of cloud cover right now, so you may not see as many. Sending love to everybody down there. You got everyone here with the storms hitting. It's You guys are in the middle of a war, literally, and the best thing is be love. Shine love. It's the best thing we can do. Alright, I didn't see there. Let's go to sub-regional. Let's get a little closer view. Alright, what we're looking for is little black dots. Hot spots that pop up. You'll see it like that right there, but I don't know if that's that. Oh, I've seen one. Right there. You see it right here. Oh, it just flickered for a moment. Right there. Now let's check our different view. We're not seeing any kind of source of where that came from at the moment. Let's look at this one. Okay, we're looking right in this area. And again, with a storm this big, that could be lightning. So it could be a fire that popped up from lightning, a hot spot. But I seen something right there. Maybe not. That did look strange though. I'm seeing a square. Look at this line building here. It's a straight line. That's different. Alrighty, what else do we have? I mean, I could play with this all day. This is a great site to look at. So, where's your hotspot popping up over here? Right on the 144 mark, but I'm gonna look around here for now. There's one. Could be lightning. Another one. However, when Dutch posted on his videos, just watch his video. I'm not going to click on it. I'm not sure. I messaged him before to see if he'd be cool with it today, and I didn't hear back from him, but I know how busy he is, so I'll have to go through the comment section and see if he replied yet. That being said, there's nothing stopping you from just going here and clicking on it and looking at it yourself, but you'll see plenty of proof, and he'll show you this picture too where the craton ends. There were literally hot spots popping up all over this area. Now, does that mean there's a laser doing it? No. That could mean that the plate is actually shifting because consciousness is out of balance. We're all stressed. Everyone's freaking out. Not everybody, but a lot of people are freaking out. We have a lot going on in the world. So the ocean, the land, the air, everything reflects. The outer reflects the inner. So it's going to move around things happen, but it's also, we're also being poked. We're also stressed because look at this. We're in the middle of a pandemic for the common cold, essentially, is what this virus is. It's 99.99% recoverable, which is the cold. So you're shutting down, ruining many lives and businesses and economies and countries, and causing more health problems than you're helping by shutting things down and panicking over a bug that's not bad at all. So that stresses people out, which stresses the planet out, which causes shifts and things to happen. So I would say, in order to prevent another flood like this washing over this continent and this continent here, I mean, it's obvious that ocean hit this, moved this, raised it up, scarred the land, and dumped all the topsoil right here and washed some of it over. And then if you look over here, similar thing happened here. Washed up and then washed back down because there was such a steep climb, it didn't make it all the way over. So it hit, then came back. It probably washed up and then came back down, and sediment, dropped the sediment here. Up here, maybe more intense, washed right through. Now we do have proof here. Look at this. Is Roger Spur talks about this, and I highly recommend you check Roger's work out. How do I so basically what Roger's saying is this is a fish and this is a dragon spitting fire or acid or something, spitting it on the fin of the shark. And I know I may have lost just some of you there, but that's okay. But if you look, if you pay attention to his work, again, the color on my screen, I have night mode on, so it's kind of different, but this would be the legs, this would be the throat of the dragon going all the way down. This is the body. Up here would be the feathers, and then wings, feathers, feathered serpent, and it would follow all the way through here. Am I saying that's what happened? No, but I do know for a fact that there were giants on the land. We were much bigger. I remember being much bigger than this, and I remember us being massive. I'll do a video on giants later, but the geography here is, Roger does a very good job. I would look at his work. I can get into it for another hour here, but he's already got it made and done. And there's also right here, is this it? No, that's not it. Where's it at? Oh, right there. I was just by it. The Eye of the Sahara. This to me could be the result of a massive directed energy weapon hitting this area and wiping it out. Imagine a big laser beam this thick hitting the ground and melting everything, and wiped everything out around here. So I'll leave you guys with that, and I will talk to you in the next video.